Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 10. What I want to do in this part is take my capital vessel for a maiden flight, and what we're going to do is come down to here. I'm just going to mark it because there's a crashed DSC-2 front end there. There's another one over here, but this one is underwater, this one is not. So what I want to do is take my capital vessel down to here, land it there, and what we're going to do is loot and build whilst we're actually there. But now the reason I'm starting in the dark is because I just want to show you this effect. What I've been doing is working on the texturing, and I think this looks really cool actually, this kind of visual effect all the way through the hangar deck. And the other thing I've also done is just to show you, if I put the lights on, and what I've also done is illuminated this hangar deck, because if there's one area where I will be coming in the dark whilst I'm actually playing, will be this area here. So that's the reason why I probably need to adjust the intensity a little bit. It is a little bit bright, but then this is a hangar deck, so why not? Let's have it nice and bright. Now I'm just going to turn the lights back off again. And you can see what I've actually done is charge the ship with fuel. I've put some oxygen, a little bit of pentaxid as well, simply because what I was doing was transferring the resources to the capital vessel that I made. I brought across some key resources because eventually what I want to do is get to my water base and strip that for assets as well. I've also brought some raw food because my fridge in my base is filling up. Of course, we've got some ordinary food in case I need it, and we've got some ship supplies here which we've got some power and some additional pentaxid in it. But before we go off on our travels, I just want to give you a little bit of update of what I've been doing. If I come up here, you will see that I've now fitted some retractable turrets up here. Now the reason for that is that I've had 3 base attacks since the end of the last video, and all 3 seem to have been very focused on my capital vessel. In fact, we've had 2 attacks from that direction, 1 troop ship, 1 group of drones, and I've had 1 attack from this direction as well of drones, and they all attacked my ship. And when the first attack came in, it caught me out a little bit and I was scrambling to defend it. I had to use the SV, but they did start to damage my fuel tanks here, so I've actually put some cannons on the roof just to deter the opposition. And while we're here, Mad Pollock pointed out that I had 2 different slopes on the back of the ship. It was for a specific reason, which I actually forgot to mention in the previous video, is I was trying out different configurations to which one I liked the best. And to be honest, I actually prefer this side to this side, so I think it's time to maybe correct it. In fact, let's just hook up ship supplies, yeah, like that. And I think it was Draco's been nagging me about using the T key to switch between. And I suppose it's just been a habit I've got into, but I am trying to adjust again. So we're just going to take these out here. And I think we need to take these out as well. Just want to check, yeah, angle, yep, that we should do. And I'm going to put the 12 blocks there. And of course, then we're just going to put here 1, 2, 3 across the back here, and 1, 2, 3 there. And 1, 2, 3 there. So that brings the ship into line, and it just gives this nice feature here. I'm half thinking about maybe just putting a small ridge line along here, but at the same time I'm kind of half thinking about using this as a landing pad for an SV. So what I might do is move these turrets forward a block as well, but things are very much in progress. And what I want to do now is just go forward and just to show you. One thing I do want to do is put some railings here because I keep falling down this hole here, but hopefully we'll be able to loot some railings from the crash ship. I've put an oxygen station in simply because I just wanted to make it look good. Of course it's raining, thank you game. And I think we can just sleep through what's left of the night so you can get a better view up here. And a big thank you to Tyler, who pointed out that I put these glass panes in so that they were blocking these farming plots here. So what I've actually done is I've moved the whole wall forward because I wanted to keep the fridges here. It's squashed up this area a bit, so there's part of me that says I would like to maybe extend this by maybe another 2 blocks, but that means I'd have to take this whole front section off and move this elevator up a bit. In fact, I could step the elevator and have anyway, that's all a work in progress. And of course, as Mad Pollock pointed out, that I've got my wood may not be advisable for a capital vessel because of the fire risk. So I think what we're going to do is treat this as a marquetry floor. So it's only thin wood panels over good solid carbon composite or steel blocks. And on the walls here, about 6-7 months ago, I actually visited an office as part of my daytime job. And I went to this office and it was really fascinating because when I walked in, they had these big wide murals on the wall of like outdoor scenes. And so instead of having the usual drab, white, grey, concrete type walls, they had these big murals and they were actually vinyl wraps. So what I'm going to say is that these walls aren't wooden walls. What they actually are is fireproof vinyl wraps to give the wood effect. So there's a compromise there. Just pulling your legs, guys. So that's the way I'm going to do it. I must admit, I do like this vinyl wrap effect on walls. I've seen it done on cars, but that was the first time I'd ever seen it actually used in a building, and I think it was pretty awesome actually. Anyway, that's a complete digression from the game. Apologies for that. Now, what we're going to do is just jump into the ship, and of course we're going to power the thrusters on. We're going to take off. Now, another reason I want to get the ship out and about, because I want to see how well it flies, because I think if you see there the wiggle, you can see it's rotating because all the thrusters are at the moment are at the back. That's the lateral thrusters, and we've got lift, but we're probably going to need extra thrusters. Down the lift is okay. I mean, the acceleration is probably a little bit sluggish, so we're probably going to need some more. And how about braking? Braking is not too bad. What I'm going to do now is just fly to the crashed DSE-2, and I'll see you once I actually get there. So here we are. For some reason it's getting a bit dark and murky. It's just partly cloudy, but it's saying that there's 8 minutes left on the clock, so hopefully this might be a visual effect. What I want to do is get as close in to this crash ship as possible. I think we may have to land partly in the water. Hopefully we won't sink. I think that'd be okay. So we're just going to turn off the thrusters. And just going to jump out. Yeah, it's almost like the sun setting already, but it says I've got 8 minutes left. But to be honest, it's not going to make that much difference. But it won't be a big issue, because if it gets too dark, what I'll do is I'll just sleep through the night. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've made a core, if I can find it. Actually, it's... Whoops. For some reason the game's just minimized. Rear cargo. Yeah, we've got a core. Let me just break that for the moment and put that on there. I think we can work from the back of the ship here. And we're just going to extend the ramp as well. The water's a little bit deep, so in fact, about the side area here. Actually brightening up a little bit now. Maybe it's just a visual effect. And what we're going to do is we're just going to core the ship so I can see what we've got on it. Okay, devices. Well, we got some cargo boxes, so we might as well. We can certainly. Well, I've got some food there, so capital vessel supply. Actually, that'd be cargo constructor. We got one Sathium ingot. That's not a very good start, is it? Okay, so we're not going to win any We're not going to win any major awards here, are we? Closet. Okay, we got, and we got some spoiled food. I'm just going to put the spoiled food in there as well. Nothing else here. We got some thrusters and some doors. What have we got in the way of equipment? Certainly could do with the armor locker and maybe the shower and the toilet. So wouldn't mind installing that. We've got a food processor, and I think I've emptied the food processor. No, we've got a couple of fuel tanks. I certainly would like those tier 2 fuel tanks, so I'll mark those on the HUD as something we're going to need. Got a little bit of medic station stuff as well. Ventilator 202. We got 5 turrets. Oh, they're all sentry guns, so well, let's pick those up. What I'm really interested in is the thrusters, so we're just going to tag those as well. Oh, we got a couple of medium thrusters. That's going to be useful. We're just going to, and what I'm going to do is just pull off all the plenty of hardened steel blocks and ordinary steel blocks so that I can carry on working on the ship. So we've got thrusters, and we've got a whole array of stuff here to pick up. Now, let's start with what we can see. Just make sure we retrieve them. We've got a thruster there. Anything on this side as well? Okay, so we're not really going to get that much from here. And of course, what we're going to do is just pull out of the hardened steel blocks. I'm going to try and avoid collapsing the ship unless I have to, because I'd like to get as much of this out as possible. The glass. Do I really want? I think we'll deconstruct the glass and here. That will give me glass plates and silicone. Oops. So we're just going to snag a big chunk of this glass off here. Oh, we got a sentry gun up there. I'm certainly going to take the sentry guns. Oh, we got some glass railings as well. I want that to go around my shield generator because I keep falling off it and down into the hole. I'm certainly going to. Cannot pick up inventory full. What have I been doing? Didn't I? Oh well. I fell there, guys. I thought I'd done the link. Cargo. Was that actually? I think I might mess that up. I don't want to cut. Break that again and put that to there. Draco keeps saying, keep use the T key. I think we're just the doors I don't really need, so just type those out. What we got here? We've got some antennas. I'll deconstruct the antennas. I think we can just take out this walkway. Don't really have a great use for the antennas, so oops. And let's just get down to the thrusters. Right, we got a vanity here. Not really that interested in the vanity, but I am interested in that. We certainly want the toilet and the shower, and salvage that. Anything in here? We don't really need another bed, although we could. I don't think this will have. And we'll get a few wood planks and stuff out of here. What have we got here? We've got the fuel tank. Certainly want the fuel tank. And there's another fuel tank over here. I'm certainly going to take that. Grab the vanity. Oh well. Two thrusters there. That means there'll probably be two thrusters on this side. Oh, what we got here? Wow, a furnace. How the heck am I going to pick that up? That's 121 tons. There's no way I'm going to pick that up. I mean, I could come in person, but nah. I'll just pick those thrusters up as well. Oops. Oh, that dropped through the floor. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying that I can't pick that thruster up, because I don't think with this option you can't actually hook. It's not like I mean, I really should have come back and did that with never mind, that's the way it goes. I can live with it. We've got a nice rich source of items here, and I'm just going to come up here, see what else we got around. Now I'm going to be a bit careful, because it's alright chopping it through all this stuff like this, but if you're not careful you can actually undermine the whole ship and then it will just collapse, and I don't really want to do that. Got some, oh, we got some consoles here, whoops, and out. Empty. Whoops. Ah. It's just what we got down here. A No 2 station. Right, where's the thrusters? We've got a couple of medium thrusters down here. So let's dig down to these. Looks like we've got another floor through here. There's a lot of stuff underground here. Let's just keep digging this out. This could be a very rich source of... There's the armor locker. There's another fridge here. Certainly wouldn't mind the armor locker and the fridge. What's this? Steel blocks. Okay, what's this here? Alien container, very rare. Okay, well, this is where it's gonna mess me over again. Wow, 130 combat steel blocks and a med bay. Do I really want 130 combat steel blocks? There's a sentry gun there. That means there's probably a sentry. Let's deconstruct that. I mean, it's very tempted, but to get those combat steel blocks, I'm going to have to come down here in person, aren't I? Okay. Put the helmet on. We've got oxygen. It's just... So. Okay. What we're going to have to do is put as much of this into here. Why can't I pick that up? Okay. We've now got a sub block here, but what we should be able to do now is come into here, hook that up, and hook those straight into there. That's the advantage of coming down here. So what we should now have is the 130 combat steel blocks into there. Any downside is my ship may not be able to take off now. I think what we're going to have to do is I'm just going to click down here. So I'm here. We're okay for oxygen, so it's not a problem. I'm just going to keep drilling down because I certainly want the thrusters. There's the 2 thrusters that I want. And just make sure we got. Don't want to. I think we go back this way. We'll just blast our way through the floor here. And we got a this is where it all comes tumbling down right on top of me. And just pick up some more. We got here, it's an antenna. Just oops. Okay. Let's get back out above water. Okay, go back, take the helmet off, and we're going to need some food. So, refined food. Let's have a, I think that's a meat burger. Right, so we got a nice big supply of resources. I just want to check to see if we've got all the thrusters. Okay. Yeah, actually, let's do it the other way. Just cancel. Just dump these off. Devs, if there's one thing you can do, could you allow us to group delete tags? So we got the fuel tanks. We can put in, add more. Nothing like having extra fuel tanks on the ship to make life a little bit easier. And we probably don't need that anymore, so they can come out. I'm not sure what that is. Take that out as well, just to keep everything nice and tidy. And we got, oh, still got quite a few thrusters to show for it. So, got that one marked, that one marked, that one marked. We got a few more thrusters to take out. I'll do that before we start doing. Okay, I've just missed one under my nose. Oh, I should have collected this, shouldn't I, as well? Okay. I'm not too worried about the. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not too worried about the. What we call it, the. I think it's the furnace, isn't it? Right. Got that one there. And I'm just going to hack our way through under here. In fact, we're just grabbing the hardened steel plates and just undermine under here. There it is. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And anything else in here? Not interested in the bookshelf. I think I've probably got more than enough blocks now for what I want to do. And just gonna have a final check, make sure I've got all the thrusters. Yep, got all the thrusters, so just clear these off so that I've got a nice clear view of what I want. And now the first thing I want to do, oh, let's get rid of that. Actually, that's going to get in the way, so I think we'll just salvage this stuff. Oops. No, well, oops. So that I've got some room to work here. Because what I would like to do is there's a, I think there's a small thruster just there. And what I want to do is take that out there and that block out there, and then they go around the other side and take out this one here, that one there, and that one there. And of course, we're going to do a little bit of high level building, so let's just, we're going to put the symmetry plane in just so that you can think life a little bit easier. Oops. So we're just going to put the symmetry plane in, and because I've got all those combat blocks, I think what I'm going to need is to put a medium lift in here. I'll just cancel that for the moment. Ship supplies. Right, we've got some medium thrusters. I think we're going to maybe use up some of the combat steel blocks. Where's all the hardened steel ones? There we are. So we only got 65 hardened one. Only 29 steel blocks, so I was probably a bit over eager. But then if I don't have them, turn that round like that, put a thruster in like that there, and then I think we'll just put ordinary hardened steel blocks just in here. What I would like to do across here, oh, we need to fill this in. This could be quite vulnerable, so maybe we could put some combat steel blocks in here. I think first things first, we've got the hardened steel blocks selected. What I want to do is that the right way around. Yeah. What I want to do is just put this lip on here, because one thing I've noticed when I've come in with an SV, if I'm a bit low, it just bumps up. So by having that there, that should work. Now, combat steel blocks are a lot heavier than ordinary steel blocks, but I think having these here, I mean, I could narrow the ship down, but I want to leave this gap here just for the moment. And I think we'll just use combat steel there. Maybe come up, actually. Oops. I think maybe having combat steel here would be a wiser decision, because this is going to be a very vulnerable part of the ship. So, I hate it when it does that. If we put in the combat steel box there, put in those there, and maybe an extra one there, and then we can work the shape of the ship into there, and maybe we'll just put another one on that corner like that, and then that will put in that area there. So I will shape the ship in, but at the moment I'm just doing the main block work. And of course, another reason for leaving the gap behind this is that we may need to put some more lateral thrusters up here. It also leaves an open area here. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3. We could put some side turrets or something on from that perspective. I think the other thing I also need to do is, because up here, whoops, getting a little bit far out of my side, is I've got a gap here which I need to fill in, because at the moment this whole front section is, I'm just going to have ordinary steel blocks there, and that's looking good. I think the other thing I want to do is, I can find the railings, is we're just going to come in here, and what type of railings we're going to have. Diagonal. We'll just put some And this should put an end to me falling down this hole every time I walk through here. I'm just going to drop some railings along like that. So that makes that look all nicely built in. I mean, I could put some railings here, but maybe we'll just put a couple like that. But I want to leave enough of a... Oh, I've run out of railings. Okay, we're going to have to go and try and find some more railings. I've probably taken them all apart. I need one more railing. If not, that we'll have to make one ourselves. As and when I have a... What I could do is get some more steel blocks and stuff. It's here. TV table. Okay. I'm a big fan of watching TV, but ventilator, I think we'll just salvage that. Oh, just about to deconstruct the thrusters on my own ship. I think we'll just keep taking out some of these. Oh, there's another sentry gun. We're certainly going to take that. Then one on the other side. Oh, what the? Okay. I think I've just destroyed the ship by undermining it all. Wow. How to wreck a ship by not paying attention. Right, and I've lost the core as well. That's annoying. I've got no idea how much extra I've lost, but never mind. I think we got everything we really wanted out of this. Let's just cancel the symmetry plane now. Yeah, that was a bit of a catastrophic failure there. But I think I've got everything I really wanted. And we can just pick up those. I mean, there's probably some stuff underground if I dug down, but I think, but no, it's gone. I think what actually happened is I cut the ship in half here. Never mind. It's not a problem. Famous last words. And let me just come in here. Right, is this? What I'm going to do is just going to go up here. See, look at this. Nice railings. No more falling down the hole. And I'm just going to come up here and just going to sleep through the night again. So that we got a nice, reasonably bright day. I suppose I better see if I can actually get this thing off the ground, because I've put a lot of weight on this. Yes, okay. We're looking good. I think because I've wrecked this ship, what we're going to do is go north. Just want to check to see if this will actually... Oops. We're hooked on that. There it is. There's another crash ship up here. But as I say, if I remember correctly, it is actually underwater. So getting at it's going to be a little bit awkward. Right. Oops. We're actually underwater as well. Yeah, so we have to do this. What we're going to do is I'm just going to move this back a little bit. Over like that. And what we're going to do is just drop down, so we're literally hovering just like that. And just going to have to just check the fuel situation. We've got plenty of fuel. And again, I don't have a core, so I have to make another core. Oh, that railing actually fitted in, so The game was lying to me a little bit. Oops, I can see some damage there. I'll just repair that, just make sure everything's okay. And I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to make up another core. I should have the resources for that. Now the crash ship is going to be down under here, which is so we're right on the end of it at the moment, so what I'm going to have to do is move forward a little bit. Well, I suppose I could work from... I'm just going to get up here. And then of course we're right in the middle of a thunderstorm as well, which it doesn't really help. What we're going to do is just move right forward and drop down, so we're literally hovering just above the water. Let me just come here. So again, we're not, well, I suppose we are close enough. And let me just pick up the nightshade. Rear cargo. And okay, we're just going to tag this. Go back to here. Capital vessel. Ship supply. Actually, no, let's put this into cargo constructor. And of course, the first thing we're going to do is loot out the cargo boxes. Got some carbon substrate. Well, it's all going to be pretty good stuff. More glass plates. And got another thing in the closet, and of course we've got some more spoiled food. And certainly going to pick out those sentry guns here, and there's another one on the other side, and of course we've got the rare boxes tucked in here somewhere, which need to be picked up. I think this time what I'm going to do is we're just going to salvage out these consoles. We're right on the edge of the here as well, so just going to pick these up for what we need, and certainly want the tanks, and we've got this here. I think I'll probably swim down and get those. I want to get the tanks first, and I really like the idea of having absolute maxed out thing. Take the and just take out some more hardened steel blocks on. I'll pick up. I mean, again, never mind. That can go in there. This can go in ship supplies. Right, let me just cancel that. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go through here, and how much space have I got in here? Now we've got these cargo boxes here. I think where's the, we've got 4, like we've got 4 of these. I think what we're going to do is place these, and I think we'll put 1 on each side right at the back, because of course these are a heat radiation source. So, and then yeah, because we're right next to the generators. How did I know that? And again, what I want to do is I don't really want to. What I'm going to do is seal this off here, because If we want to put medium thrusters in for a downforce, we can have that there. But what that should do is give me, yeah, I mean, it's going to give me a massive amount of fuel capacity on. Yeah, so that's now fitted in. And what have I got here? What did I drop? Okay. Oh, that was the resources. Let me just go here. We go back to the hangar deck. No. I'm just going to come through here. We're going to need to texture in this wall here. And I'm just going to... And hopefully this time we won't actually destroy the ship. Right, we've got the cargo. Actually, I've got the ramp deployed, haven't I? So... Oh yeah, we need one railing for over here, isn't it? So... and we're on... what I'm going to do is... just pick up a weapon so we sink to the bottom. And we're here, we might as well pick this up for resources. And some more up here. Whoops. That off so we can swim. Right, put that down. And then we can just swim up into here and put the... say we're okay for oxygen. And be a bit careful that I don't hit the walkway. Certainly want these antennas. They've got, I mean, they're a nice source of computers and stuff like that. Just get up here. So you're going to pick up the railings. Oops. Oh, no, idiots. The distortion due to the water. Right. Let's keep walking through here. What I'm going to do is just clear out this area so we can see what's going on. That's what I'm looking for. Of course, doing it this way means that we can just do that and deconstruct that. So I know I've done it. And I wonder if there's... And of course, we can take that. Well, we got a stomach pill from the vanity base. It's going to clear the floor out here. And right, we're now back to there. And I suppose what I'm going to need to do is get back into here and tag the thrusters. Aha. Right. I'm aware that time is pushing on, so this What I'm going to do is I'm just going to dig out the thrusters, and then that will be it for this video. And hopefully we will find that other special loot box down in here as well. I'm going to keep an eye on the food. All the thrust looks like virtually all, we've got a couple of thrusters this way, so oops. So we're just gonna, yeah, there's a thruster there. Oops. Don't tell me I deconstructed that thruster. And that's a small thruster. Right. What we probably can do if this will let me, we can actually do this a little bit quicker. That's steel blocks. Got medium thruster there. And just gonna dig through here. And stick down under here. What we got there? Let's see. Another armor blocker. Take that. And dig under the floor here. And just keep. And just keep hacking our way through the floor here. There it is, that's what I'm after. Only take that and that and that. There's another one in that direction, so just keep. There's another medium thruster there. Just take this out and this out. Don't really need a food processor, but I think the food processor was close to. There's a sentry gun there. Let's only take that. That means there might be one on this side, because people tend to build things symmetrically. Well, in theory they do. There's the other one. And it's just. We've already done the fridge, so we don't need to worry about that. I'll just salvage the fridge. And there's a bit more here, so we'll just, and here it is, that's what I'm looking for. Now what we've got to do is find our way down to it. Okay, what's this? Can't find my way to it. There it is. And we've got a heavy weapons to upgrade, medical kit. And I'm kind of down in the depths of the ship here. Let me just take that off so I can swim. If I can swim, because I'm being blocked. And just retrieve. Let's hook some stairs. O2 station, I'll just salvage that. And I'm just gonna come up here. I'll just take some. Oh, there's a thruster there. I think I've got that one here. We'll just check. Oh, we might not have got it. Let me just. Yeah, I think I dug down to it. What we got there? Steel block. Let's grab these on the way through. Oops. Grab that for the steel plates. I think what we're going to do is just come back to here. Just going to trash these so that I can see what I've got left in the way of thrusters and anything else of any value. Just take this out. I don't think we need this, so we can take that out. And right, we've got one medium thruster and one small thruster left to get. And they're both over here. So I'm just going to cut through here. There's the small thruster, and I suppose the medium thrusters down here. There it is, just under the floor there. And I'm just gonna this out. What I'm going to do now is we're just going to drop the. We're just going to swim out back over the top of the ship. There's my capital vessel here. Will we be able to get back up into? We should be able to get in through the front entrance here because this is actually underwater. So. And it's going to get back up to here. And we're a bit short on food, so let's just. I think we'll have some canned vegetables this time. And just gonna just to wind this up, just gonna have a quick look at what we've retrieved. Where's everything gone? Did I hook everything up to the ship supplies? There we are. So we got 6 medium thrusters for another 6 small thrusters. We've got a nice supply of blocks and steel plates. We've got another fridge that I don't really need. We've got some hardened steel blocks. We've got some, actually, let's just sort this out a little bit. Cargo constructor. So we can send that there, that there, that there, that there. This will probably come back. This can come back. This can come back. So we don't need that and that. So this is there. And we've got a lot more steel plates than I actually needed, but never mind. And we can put that in there, that in there. Got refined pentaxid. And we've got that. That can go in there, that can go in there. That can go on the hot bar, that can go there. Destroyed blocks probably don't really need it. We got the whole too many hardened steel plates. Yeah, I mean, I probably spent too much time deconstructing stuff, although some of this will be due to my slight accident before. And we've got 2 armor lockers, and we've got some automatic doors, stairwells, a couple of cargo boxes. Not sure if I actually need those. We've got 8 sentry guns. I mean, it's a pretty good haul all round. We've got a couple of medical devices. And I think some of this stuff will have to be fed into the deconstructor once I actually get back to the base. With an oscillator there. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will journey to our water base here. And what I will probably do off camera is I'll travel up to here to get some pentaxid and promethium on the way to my water base. But that's all for the next part. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.